This week on Check Please South Florida, say cheese at this spot for satisfying comfort food in Boca Raton.
A menu designed by a mad genius foodie.
And you'll want to invest some time at this old bank in Fort Pierce.
It's just a wonderful place. Every time I've been there, everyone has enjoyed it.
And an unexpected burst of Ethiopian flavor in West Palm Beach.
It's just not like a regular restaurant, and I love everything about it.
Cultural culinary secrets and global flavors. We have a passion for blending ingredients and seasonings from around the world. Additional funding for Check Please South Florida is provided by George and Helen Weaver and the Friends of South Florida PBS.
Spicy, I'm in, and I really enjoyed that.
It wasn't my favorite.
I ate it all, and I would definitely go back.
We did not know we were walking into that.
Everything was on point, delicious.
Hello, I'm Michelle Bernstein, and welcome to Check Please South Florida, the show where regular people from all over South Florida recommend and review their favorite restaurants. So this is how the show works. Every week, we have 3 guests. Each recommends his or her favorite spot, and then the other 2 go to check them out and see what they think. This week, case manager Mimi Alvarez says take a moment for yourself and enjoy life at her pick. Built within an old bank, this beautiful venue sets the scene for fresh ingredients, a trendy menu, and the promise of a good time. And attorney Nicole has the verdict on an Ethiopian experience in Palm Beach. This home-style soul food appeals to the curious, the adventurous, and even the experienced foodie. You won't want to miss the delicious, authentic flavors. But first, retiree Steve Moore recommends that you stop by his pick for a tasty lunch. This spot takes classic comfort food to the next level with a mix of delicious breads, fine cheeses, and unique ingredients. He says once you experience these irresistible flavor combinations, you'll be dying to go back for another bite. It's in Boca Raton, and it's called New York Grilled Cheese.
My name is Lior, and I'm the founder and owner of New York Grilled Cheese. We've been around for quite some time, 7 years. We started off in Fort Lauderdale, and that winded up taking on a life of its own and got a cult following to the point that we grew so much so quickly that we wind up opening another location in Boca. We waffle all of our grilled cheeses, and we're the originals to do that. We wanted to give it a different look, a different texture, and we serve every grilled cheese with a house-made tomato bisque. When we have our waffle grilled cheeses, those little waffle squares help kind of act as spoons that scoop up the tomato bisque. At times, people come in to have the tomato bisque alone without even our grilled cheeses, so they've kind of surpassed the popularity of the grilled cheeses, but we make that fresh in-house as well. So you're coming here to enjoy yourself kind of like you would at the fair. We have bacon dog lollipops. We have all kinds of loaded fries, poutine, Canadian dish poutine with gravy and cheese curd and fries. It's really fun food for the family, for every age group to enjoy.
You always been a grilled cheese fan?
Ever since my grandma started making them, yes.
Really?
But this is not your grandma's grilled cheese. Everything they make is great, and the most difficult thing about the place is picking what to eat.
Okay.
I went with 2 other people, and it took forever.
To pick what you wanted.
To pick what we wanted.
Not for the food to come out.
No, to pick what we wanted.
So what did you have this last time?
Well, I'm vegan, so I had their vegan sandwich.
Oh, okay.
And it is the most exceptional vegan dish I've ever had. Vegan cheese and vegan meat crumbles and other stuff. I say, I don't even want to know what's in there because it's just too good to be vegan. And the bread, the way they toast the bread in the waffle maker, the whole thing is just divine. It's just over the top. It's great. The vegan sandwich, you get mushroom soup. And it is just the richest thing you've ever had. Delicious mushroom soup. And you say, if you eat that, you can't stop yourself from eating it.
So Mimi, you work right in the health field. It's all about promoting healthy eating.
Yes.
And I think you had the same thing, right? What is it called? The Village?
It's
The Village Vegan.
The Village
They're all
Vegan.
named after New York neighborhoods.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was delicious. Delicious. And I'm also lactose intolerant, so the fact that that it was not cheese, I was very excited to have that.
Oh, perfect.
Good.
That's
Okay.
great.
Okay.
And I also had the vegan poutine. It's their waffle fries with mushroom. Poutine. And it was fabulous.
And you?
I was substantially less healthy. I got real cheese and I got the tomato bisque, which obviously has a ton of cream in it. It was really flavorful. I expected a flat tomato soup and I did dip. I had the truffle shuffle and it's sort of an umami version of a grilled cheese. It had onion and truffle oil and mushrooms and 2 kinds of cheeses. And
That's the way I would have gone.
Yeah, it was fabulous. My kids got the mac and cheese, which we ended up eating. It was not their favorite, but only because it did not taste like Kraft, because it was so good and homemade that they were not used to it. So my husband and I ate it.
It's interesting, isn't it, that a lot of kids don't really know what true, no offense, but the real mac and cheese tastes like.
Yes, it was good. And my husband it was some kind of hot dog wrapped in bacon.
Oh, a lollipop.
Yes.
Yes.
And he loved it.
Yeah.
But their menu is huge. I mean, you have to literally keep reading everything. And and then they have posters and you're just, I want this and this and this and this.
So you can build your own sandwich or you can have something that they recommend, correct?
Yes.
Did you have a hard time getting through the menu?
I had a harder time with the fries because there were so many different options. Like I assumed it would just be fries.
Right.
So we got the Yankee fries, and it had like buffalo sauce and ranch sauce and homemade jalapenos and cheese. It was very good, but it was a lot after also having a grilled cheese.
Yeah.
They put the cheese in the middle, and after a minute or two, that cheese starts to harden a little bit, and you can't pull the fries out.
Gotcha.
So you got to get a knife and start cutting yourself the portions from
Not that that's really a bad thing.
You're right.
I mean, honestly, cheese melty or warm and hard is kind of delicious.
Yeah. It was a gooey, wonderful experience.
Gooey,
yes.
gooey, wonderful
See, to say
experience.
gooey and wonderful, though, about something that's vegan is very special.
I've never experienced it anywhere else.
So how about dessert?
We had the pumpkin thingy, whatever bake that was, and we split
That was a seasonal thing. They don't have it always. Yeah. Pumpkin bread pudding that they fry, and then they put a bed of...
And it's vegan?
Well, I don't know if it's...
No, well, you got
So we soften up when it comes to desserts.
We cheat like crazy.
I appreciate that, by the way.
We do.
I like that.
And it's on a bed of dulce de leche.
Okay.
And on top is sprinkled powdered sugar with cinnamon. We fought over it. We literally fought over it. It was so delicious.
We had some kind of bake with Oreos and Nutella.
Jesus.
And it was really good, but we were sort of already in a food coma. So my kids primarily ate that, yes. And
They
were
have that
very
instead
happy.
of their macaroni and cheese, is
Yes,
what happened.
exactly.
How are prices?
I thought they were very reasonable for Boca. It's right near a very expensive shopping plaza, and I thought for a family of 4, like that was a reasonable way to go.
Okay, well, Steve, New York grilled cheese was your pick. Sum it up for us, please.
Oh, over-the-top comfort food, a menu designed by a mad genius foodie.
Okay, Mimi.
I would say easy to get to, very relaxed, easy to have a conversation, and yummy food.
Yeah.
Nicole.
A great casual option for Boca when there aren't a ton, and it was a great place to go with a family because you could get as elevated or as simple a food as you wanted.
Lovely. Well, you can change up your lunch routine at New York Grilled Cheese, located at 493 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton, with an additional location in Wilton Manors. Open daily for lunch and dinner. Reservations are not accepted, and the average price for dinner without drinks is about $20. So I'm making something that's pretty simple, and I'm guessing most of you make it at home, but do you make it perfectly? Grilled cheese sandwiches. So we took some delicious hearty white bread, and I'm using my favorite mayonnaise. And I know to some people it might sound a little bit off-putting possibly, but mayonnaise is kind of an amazing tool to use in the kitchen. It's amazing for caramelizing and not sticking, and I've always used butter, so I'm going to use both, but I'm really going super slight with my butters. And then start out with the first piece of bread. Now again, I'm sorry to be so simple, but I like American cheese on my grilled cheese. I hope that that is not offending people, thinking that because I'm a chef, I'm supposed to be using all kinds of gourmet cheeses. But in my house, we grew up using American on our grilled cheese, So that's what I'm doing. I'm actually gonna add a little bit of cracked black pepper. I've got my other slice of bread with the mayonnaise on the other side. And let's just take a little peek. I have this on a nice low temperature, but if you ever use cast iron, you know that it caramelizes rather quickly. Let's go ahead and already flip it over. We already have starting out a gorgeous color. I'm gonna put a little something on top so that everything melts together. And let's just give that about 1.5 minutes, and then we'll flip over and see how we do. All right, I think we're ready. Oh yes, everything's melted. Look at this gorgeous caramelization on both sides. Let's go ahead and cut our grilled cheese. There you have it. Delicious, simple, gooey, caramelized grilled cheese. Go get some, get a cup of tomato soup and dip in. You can make the perfect grilled cheese at home with my recipe at checkpleasefl.com. Restaurants are always adapting to the needs of the community, and sometimes that means starting a whole new concept and menu. That's what happened with case manager Mimi Alvarez's pick, Rooster in the Garden. This downtown Fort Pierce restaurant used to offer a menu focused on a variety of farm-to-table dishes, but now they're all about authentic Italian cuisine for any occasion. So let's take a look at some of the conversation we had before the menu change, and later we'll hear from Rooster in the Garden Ristorante and get an updated review from Mimi. So tell us about the location. It's pretty funky.
Yes, it's on a corner, and it kind of adjoins another restaurant called the Brayford. And it also has in the back, there's an enclosed little garden with table and chairs. But it's bright, it's got a balcony with a gallery and shops, and then the roof is decorated in multicolored umbrellas like the art installation that was in Miami. Their wait staff is consistently good. The kitchen is glass enclosed. It's a great place to have a party, to just go with your friends for brunch. It's wonderful. It's one of my favorite places.
So what did you have this last time you went?
The last time I went, it was lunchtime, and I had the yellowfin. It was on a platter, and it was cut.
Is it seared rare?
It was just slightly cooked.
Okay.
And it was perfect.
Nicole, how'd you start the meal?
I went for brunch with my entire family, so 2 kids and my husband, and they had a really great Eggs Benedict menu. So my son got the diver, which had sea scallops, and he ate the whole thing before I could turn around and try it.
Benedict is kind of my weakness.
Yeah, same.
I'll admit. Steve?
The creme brulee was good. It was a little bit bigger than most servings, so it was great for 2 of us.
Was it a vanilla creme brulee?
Yeah, but it needed a little bit more vanilla and a little bit more sugar on top. You know, the melted shell.
Well, Mimi, Rooster in the Garden was your choice. Please sum it up for me.
It's just a wonderful place. It's every time I've been there, everyone has enjoyed it, and the food is consistent.
Steve?
Nice for ladies who lunch, to have a glass of wine and a salad between shopping at boutiques.
Nicole?
I thought it was a great brunch option for Fort Pierce. I loved the Eggs Benedict menu, and I loved the dessert.
Hi, my name is Waleska Martinez, and I'm the assistant manager at Rooster in the Garden Ristorante. Rooster in the Garden actually has been around for a little over 2 years now. We're located in downtown Fort Pierce, which is a very historic town. We started off as a very farm-to-table restaurant. We had Adams Ranch local beef and other local produce as well. With COVID-19 happening, it actually allowed us and opened the doors to make an Italian restaurant, which has kind of always been on the back burner, and it's something that we've always wanted to do. We still offer local produce, but not only that, we just want to have the best of the best quality in the restaurant. So if we have something that comes from a different state that is going to be the top of the line, we're going to offer that here because we want the food to be outstanding and be nothing but the best. All of our pastas are handmade, freshly made every day, which is something that we're very proud of and that we want to push and let all of our guests know that you're going to come here and have a nice home-cooked meal. One of our staple dishes for the pastas will be the fungi pasta. It's made with pappardelle noodles, which has a nice egg base to it, and it also comes with wild mushrooms, a little truffle oil, and pecorino cheese. We have the gnocco frito, which is fried dough, and that's going to be served with ricotta cheese, a little olive oil in the cheese, and then prosciutto di Parma, and it is absolutely delicious. Another one of our already staple dishes will be the calamari, because their calamari is fresh squid. It's never frozen, so that's something that we're also pride ourselves in. The atmosphere that we're going for is light and airy. We actually have live plants in the dining room, since the name is Rooster in the Garden. And we also have a nice patio seating as well. We have beautiful decor. We have tiles imported from Italy, so we want it to feel warm, but also light and airy, if that makes sense. We want you to walk in and feel like you're in a nice, casual, fine dining atmosphere. We're all about wanting our guests to come back. It's a place that you can come back every day, regularly, and you won't get tired of the menu. We always say mangia la pasta, which means eat pasta. So we want you to come here and have our homemade, freshly made, handmade pastas.
Hi, my name is Mimi Alvarez, and I recommended Rooster in the Garden. A friend of mine and I wanted to have lunch, and I said, oh, you have to come to Rooster, I think it's open. And we walked in and it was empty. I ran into somebody and I said, are you open? And they said, no, and it's now going to be Italian. And I went, why? And they're like, no, you're gonna love it, we promise, you're gonna love the restaurant. So I came Saturday with my best friend and we loved it. The food is fabulous. We came in and it was just so cozy. The addition to the Italian flair with the tiles and just the little nuances made you feel good immediately. I had their meatballs, which is a combination of veal and beef, and this wonderful tomato sauce and the cheeses. And then I had the gnocchi frito. It had the best prosciutto I've ever tasted on the side, and it was a lot of prosciutto. They had 3 fried dough pieces on the side, and then a wonderful cheese. We both had the tiramisu, and I've never tasted one better. Sometimes, it could be soggy, sometimes, it just might be inconsistent. This, when you took a bite of it, you could taste the 3 elements in your mouth, and it was surprising and really creamy. It was just lovely. Rooster in the Garden is still my favorite place to be. Everything from waitstaff to the open kitchen to where I can see what they're cooking, the decor, everything from just the great vibe that it has. I'm very thankful to have been able to visit it again. I mean, if it's possible, it got better. So I encourage you to come.
For an all-new Italian menu featuring handmade pasta, head on over to Rooster in the Garden Ristorante, located at 100 South 2nd Street in downtown Fort Pierce. Open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday and brunch on Sundays. Reservations are accepted and the average price for dinner without drinks is about $35 per person. Finally, attorney Nicole Divina advises you to venture to Palm Beach for an adventurous South Florida dining experience. Have you ever tried authentic Ethiopian cuisine? Her pick offers home-style food with distinct spices and delectable flavors, and there's even a special way of eating that you wouldn't do anywhere else. It's in West Palm Beach and it's called Queen of Sheeba.
My name is William Washington. My title here at Queen of Sheeba Ethiopian Restaurant is Chief Encourager. I encourage my wife, who's a chef, in the dishes that she makes in the operations of the restaurant. Ethiopia has a rich history. Even the cooking is unique. One of the key things that make Ethiopian food different than any other food is the number of spices that are used, which makes it quite healthy. The bread that they use is called injera, and we eat it with our hands. The injera bread is used in the place of a fork to pick up your various dishes. When people come, you know what they say? They say it's like home. We have on the walls, as you see, a lot of different mementos and pictures of Lojo's mother and father, picture of me when we were in Ethiopia. So it's a real homey place, and our customers are so nice. So that makes it like home when you got people who come in not like customers, but they like family, Queen of Sheeba is a neighborhood restaurant offering the finest, the most freshest food that's cooked in a loving way, no shortcuts. I mean, they've been cooking this way for 5,000 years. That's a long time. They know a few things.
So you love this place, right? It's one of your favorite restaurants.
I do. I've taken various family members as their introduction to Ethiopian food. I just love that we have it available to us. Not all cities have it, and it's such a cultural experience. You eat with your hands using the injera bread. You can share with your table mates. The servers kind of explain everything to you, and you kind of feel like you're in the owner's house.
So tell us what you had and what you would recommend for first goers to an Ethiopian restaurant.
I think the safest bet may be one of the vegetable samplers, just because you can try multiple things without committing to anything. I love the split peas, which are served with a turmeric, and they're not super spicy, and when you eat it with the bread, they're delicious. And I also had the lentils, which are a little spicier. They're kind of stewed lentils. And I love the green beans and the collard greens, which are just normal vegetables, but they're cooked so wonderfully and spiced so perfectly. They're very hearty. You don't feel like you need a meat course when you're done.
A couple of you had the sampler.
Yes, I had it too.
What
Yes.
did you think?
I thought the lentil dish was delicious. The chickpea, it was like a chickpea puree, which was very good, very spicy. That you kind of have to eat that with the bread. The third one was cabbage, like sautéed cabbage, which again was good with the bread. But we started with the sambusa, which is really good.
What's the
They
sambusa?
they're little fried egg rolls.
Okay.
And they have it either as a meat version or a vegan version. And in the vegan version, they have lentils. And that was really, really good. And they serve it with this green sauce that's like chimichurri.
Yum.
That was delicious. I wouldn't let the waitress take it away. It was so good. I kept it for the whole meal
Yeah, you
right
could
over
probably
here.
top anything with that, right?
Yeah, but it was garlicky. It was just
You all
delicious.
had that, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
I've had
the
the
sambusa.
lentil version as well. Yeah, with coworkers.
It's better
we
than
were
the meat
fighting.
version. It
Yeah.
has more flavor than the meat version.
What did you think, Mimi?
Well, I tried the honey wine. And when I don't know if you've had it, but there's a very pungent, strong smell. So I was a little afraid of it, but I took a sip and it was very powerful. And then by my third sip, it was very fine. It was just like
Right.
honey. So that was
Is
good.
it something they make or something that?
I'm not sure.
Interesting.
Because then we both had the spiced tea cold, and that was delicious. That was
Yeah.
wonderful.
I've gotten it hot, and they give you an individual pot, and then they give you, it's strange, it's a glass cup to pour it into, which I'd never had with hot tea before.
You had that as well, Steve.
Yeah, I didn't know you could get it cold.
Yeah,
They tell me.
that either.
Yeah, I had it hot.
So
But
good.
it tastes of clove.
Oh,
Very powerful clove flavor, which I thought I hated, but it was really, really
you
good.
liked it.
I liked it. It was
That's
great.
nice.
Yeah,
That's
it was
good.
enjoyable.
That was good.
Yum. And what else did you eat?
They have 3 different kinds of beer, and the waitress was very, very nice. She's one of the sisters who runs the place, and my wife had the beer, and she said, "What kind of beer is it?" "It's Ethiopian beer." "Oh, what's that like?" She said, "We have a light beer, a medium beer, and a really strong beer." She said, "I'll take the medium beer." That was delicious. It's like the Mexican beers, like Negro Modelo, which is we love. You know, it's like a really dark, flavorful beer. That was great. Yeah, that
And
was
how
good.
was the chocolate cake?
Fine.
I had it too. I actually expected less from like an ethnic restaurant. Sometimes when you go to restaurants, like the dessert's like an afterthought, and I actually thought it was pretty good.
Well, I think I would have liked an ethnic dessert.
Yeah, I had asked if they had Ethiopian dessert, and she said it was coming, so we didn't order the dessert. So
That makes
again,
sense.
You know, I just
So
want,
how did you all feel about eating with your hands, using
Loved
the
it.
bread as
That was fun.
your hand?
that was
second
fun.
hand.
Some of us didn't.
Fun,
We asked
fun,
for a fork.
fun.
Okay.
I like the experience. I think it's so different from any other dining experience, but by the end, sometimes I do get sick of the injera and I ask for a fork to kind of keep eating the vegetables without filling up too
Yes,
early, but yeah.
I punked out and asked for a fork at the end.
Yeah.
As you should. I mean, you know, it is what it is. It's not
But
for
it was
everybody.
fun. It was a lot of fun.
I've actually cooked Ethiopian cuisine many times in my past. I've been asked to do events, and it's amazing how important the lentils are, because a lot of the flatbreads are made with them, and it's not an easy cuisine to cook. For me, it was very difficult, but very interesting.
And I love the place. It's
You did
very
love it?
Yes, it not only does like the smell smack you in the face when you come in, but it's very cozy, and the chairs are vintage, and there's pictures and baskets, and every piece that they serve you on was a different type of plate. You know, it
Nice.
was kind of
So
eclectic.
it had kind of a story.
I like that.
Well, Nicole, Queen of Sheeba was your choice.
Yes.
Please sum it up for us.
Gives you a real cultural experience. You eat with your hands, you share with your table mates, the servers explain the menu. It's just not like a regular restaurant, and I love everything about it.
Mimi?
I loved the food, and I loved the environment, and I liked, probably the sister that was taking care of us, so yes.
Steve?
It is just beautiful, beautiful place and very interesting food and nice people.
Well, for mouth-watering cuisine you can eat with your hands, go to Queen of Sheeba, located at 716 North Zapadilla Avenue in West Palm Beach. Open Tuesdays through Saturdays for lunch and dinner. Reservations are accepted and the average price for dinner without drinks is about $30. We've had a wonderful time. I want to thank my guests, Steve Moore, Mimi Alvarez, and Nicole Odrabina. For more about the restaurants and recipes featured in the show, or if you'd like to apply to be a guest reviewer, visit us at checkpleasefl.com. And remember, find us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram, please. Join us next time for 3 guests, recommending 3 of their favorite restaurants right here on Check Please South Florida. I'm Michelle Bernstein, and I'll see you then. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Salud.
Thank you.
Gracias. Gracias, gracias.
De nada.
Cultural culinary secrets and global flavors. We have a passion for blending ingredients and seasonings from around the world.